All right. How is everybody doing? Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing amazing. Because I know I am. My name is Chad. I'm a motion designer. And I'm just learning to draw. I'm learning to draw every day just to prove to people that it ain't really that hard. It gets a little hard, not gonna lie, but it gets easier. Every day it gets a little easier, but you gotta do it every day, and that is the hard part. All right, let me check. All right, this is perfect. Okay, so what are we doing today? How did the weekend go? It was there's ups and downs. But alhamdulillah, like I always say this. I'll say this now, I'll say this again, I'll forever say this, inshallah, alhamdulillah. Whatever bad stuff, quote unquote, happens to me, that happens for a reason. Whatever good stuff happens to me as well, it happens for a reason. And I pray to Allah that always the reason is good. I don't want misfortune to happen to me. Nobody wants that, I think. And but yeah, if misfortune happens to me, then I hope it's for a good reason. I mean, I do know that it's for a good reason, but I hope I do get to learn from it, at least, right? Because well, not a lot of people, but me included in the past, I used to not learn from my mistakes, which really sucks. It really sucks. So hopefully, inshallah, my basira. How do you say basira in English? I don't know, inner sight. But yeah. Anyways, all right. Let's get to drawing, I think. Okay. One thing I'm sort of like noticing right now is the fact that I'm not getting any better. I'm sort of like, I feel like I'm hitting a plateau. And I'm saying that after roughly about 50 figures. After drawing 50 figures in the same fashion, as in drawing to the two boxes of the torso. What is it called? I always forget what it's called. As in like the lower box and the upper box, and then drawing the legs from there, from the lower box, and the shoulders from the upper box, and then somehow draw a shape of the head. That's at least what I do. But yeah, drawing in that fashion, I feel like it worked really well once or twice. As in, I drew the proportions perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but very well. Very well. Like I said, once or twice. And so, I don't think it's necessarily the method that's wrong, but it's the way I'm using it. And the question is, do I keep with it? With the trust and faith that I'm going to get better at it eventually, or is there really something wrong and I should look into it to sort of like better myself, or should I just look into something else entirely, right? So that's what I'm kind of like getting lost at. From now on, I'm gonna try to count my my figure drawings. And so this idea just popped to me right now. I'm going to do 50 more, okay? 50 more, doesn't matter how long that takes me. Once I get to 50 more, I will stop. Whether I got better or not, it doesn't matter. If I got better, then maybe it's time for me to move on to anatomy, for example. If I didn't get better, then maybe something is wrong and I'll just look up like something else or another method or something else to sort of like better myself. And so that way it's a win-win. All right, let us fix the sort of like reference. Where is it? I don't see it. Where is the reference? Window capture, reference, boom, nope, yeah, YouTube, and then, let's go, line of action, figure drawing, covered, please. There we go. So we got this here, this on the side, move this out here, and now we have this in here. Perfect. And we move this here as well. Reference, pull it back here. Here we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so like I said, if it's okay, so drawing 5 every day will take me literally 10 days, which doesn't seem like a lot. So 10 days, after 10 days, we'll see where we got, and we'll move based on the output. Okay, let me figure. Oh, look at this! I found my what do you call these? I found these. I've been looking for them. We got this here. There's a lot going on in here. A toothpick, of course. Of course there's a toothpick. All right, let's go. So I've got this person right here, and yeah, all right. Too wide. That's good. honestly, this does not look bad. This does not look bad. Like drawing the mannequin does not look bad. Let me actually try to do some refining, right? Those are 2 cylinders. And those are 2 cylinders. I feel like if I do the cleaning up properly, it will look convincing, at least for a doll, you know, for a mannequin. All right, let's move on. Oh my god, bruh. This woman, man. Like, I have nothing against her. It's just that her body is... wow. And like I said, the poses are not very hard. At least the one she's doing. Like for example, the shoulder placement here, it looks so weird. So weird. Am I placing my boxes right? This is very, very important. I feel like I am. Maybe if we move this a bit to the right here, maybe it would look better. Okay, I'm just gonna trust this one right here, and that's it. I feel like this is something that the line of action could help, and I always keep forgetting to draw my line of action. Okay, that's fine. So my legs, I feel like I can't draw like a circle here because the leg feels like it's coming out from here, right? And I think I'm gonna go with that. Maybe make it a little wider because here it's a bit less wide. And okay, from now on we're drawing mannequins. We're not actually going to be trying to draw anatomy because anatomy is a whole like other beast. So I feel like I'm only going to be drawing mannequins at this point, which is gonna make my cylinders look better and my boxes look better. So that's okay. That's all good. It's all good. All right. And then I can hide this from here. And then in the other leg, sort of like this, standing. And then that one, if I was to draw it here, it would be something like this. All right, sweet. Those are the legs. I feel like maybe this could be a little bigger and this could be a little bigger as well. Because she has like muscular legs, right? And they're very thick. So yeah. Let's try to clean it a little bit. Actually, yeah, this is it. I was wondering if it's gonna look better like this, but I don't think so. I think we see a little bit. We see like the leg from that side, you know, from above, sort of. Okay, let's move on to the shoulders, which looks very messed up. Like, I don't know how she's doing that move right there. It's crazy. Okay, this is one. Now this is two. This is three. Connect this and this. And then very small. Get it smaller there. Does that even look right? I don't know. And then another shoulder. Have a hand like this. That's one. And then this one is just a line. Maybe not that far. Yeah. There we go. That's the hand, but I still feel it's always awkward in a sense to try and connect this one here with this one here. That's why I'm just going to try to draw a big cylinder between these two, just to avoid also any sorts of like awkwardness. So there we go. This one should be like this. We don't see this side. Actually, we don't see this side of the shoulder as well. We only see the box. There we go. That's better. We don't see this side of the circle. Actually, we don't see that as well. That looks good. Nice, sweet, sweet. Yeah, I feel like what I should have done is I should have... Yeah, I mean, this looks alright. It doesn't look very much in perspective, but it's alright. Alright, and then we have the neck, obviously. A neck and a head. All right, let's move on. This is not looking bad, by the way. This is not looking bad. What the hell? All right. No, I feel like it's directed this way, you know what I mean? This one's tough. I feel like this one's tough. This one's a toughie. Actually, no. This is working out, by the way. This does not look bad. Just saying. Now, just to convey the sense of like volume, okay, so first of all, this one's in front. So we have that right in front of it. There we go, it's supposed to be like this. Wait. Yeah, it's more like that. Yeah. And then there's the hand, which is so like that. That's one, and then the same here. Another shoulder, which is not supposed to be seen, by the way. It's supposed to be hidden, but it's okay. So this one right here we don't see. This one right here, same thing here, we don't see. There we go. Well, no, actually, it's just like this, just a thin line. And then over here, we have this one in here, and this one. Okay, I'm getting really tired of this right now, so I'm just going to go to move on. And Also, I went too much into detail and I forgot about the proportions, and this is what happens. This is what happens. Look, this distance is not what's in there. That's for sure. But that's okay. That's okay. Well, let's give them a head, and let's get done with this. Definitely something like this. The head, yeah. Okay, I drew this this is first try. This is good. First try getting a box right. Amazing. It's small though. Oh my god, this woman again. Okay, I'm sorry, but I need like another model. Like even this dude, I'll draw him. So we've done 1, 2, 3 so far. Yeah, 3. Okay. So oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of time. But it's okay. Let's do this one. Maybe we'll make it a little bit rougher, this one. So, okay. We have a box right here. You can clearly see the sides, and this is the division of the legs. And then we have huge man. Huge man. Make him literally square, and then give him, he's on about the same. Actually, let's rotate this just a little bit. All right. The same sort of like we're seeing this side, and oh, clearly, yeah, well, and this is like the center line of the body. Okay, legs. This is simple. So they're going from here, let's say to here. This is one. The other one is moving from here to here. And then this one's here. And then this one's here. This man's caked up, but we're just drawing a mannequin. We're not drawing the actual muscles and everything. Bro's got a knife. Bro is armed. He's dangerous. Bro does not give a damn anymore. Okay, last one. Oh, finally, an interesting one. Oh, this is very interesting. So I can see something like here, right? And then something like here. And then something like here. Okay. Oh, look at the other leg, dude. This is so messed up. But it ain't nothing we can draw, baby. Alright. We're drawing here, so alright, it's been 40 minutes now, so I think I should just like sort of like reintroduce myself maybe to anybody who's new to the channel potentially. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Chad. I'm a motion designer and I'm just learning to draw, man. I'm just learning to draw every day. Every day I'm doing it every day just to prove to people that it ain't really that hard. Like I started like man, if you if you go back, I mean, I will save you the hustle of like going back and watch my old streams, but I didn't, oh shit, I didn't know anything, bro. But you know, eventually you will get better. I feel like I'm not there yet. I feel like I'm not where I want to be, obviously, but I've gotten better. I've gotten better, and you know, this is something that I've picked up. This is one of the very few things that I picked up, and that I you know, stuck to, and I'm very proud of myself for that. And I'm just going to keep going. This is a brief introduction about myself, I suppose. Yeah. At this part, we can see the ball still, but this one is behind it. Like, good. This is good. The fact that I'm like distinguishing between what's in the forefront and what's in the in the back, that's good. This one right here, but obviously it's there, and this one's small. Maybe we make it something like this, just so we can do this. And there we go. There we go. Look at that. That looks good. Actually, the fact that you sort of like take the time to refine your cylinders, it gives it so much depth. And I really like that. Alright, and then we have the hands, obviously. We have the knuckles. Alright. The other shoulder. Yeah, this one right here. This is actually a whole cylinder that we can see from here, but obviously we don't see these lines. Actually, if we can, no. Actually, keep them. This is interesting. Oh, okay, I see. Here we go. That's better. That's better. Yes. And then from here, this one goes in here, and I'm not gonna bother drawing this stuff. Now, the head makes it very, I don't know, very tough. Maybe it's not the head, it's the neck. I mean, this man has very wide shoulders. And so it gives you like all this space to draw the neck, which gives you more, you know, more error, I suppose, space for error. But we have, let's say like we have the neck here and then some like here. And it's there, potentially. Maybe it's a bit too far. Yeah, let's do like in the center. Oh my god, I'm already messing up. Okay. Go back, retreat. There, and then we have the box, right? Let's do the box like this and erase this. That feels like a very long neck. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this box and I'm gonna move it back to the left just a little bit. Yes, sir. And there we go. This is our man right here. Of course, the foot. There we go. But yes, this is good. This is good. I like this. Maybe if we get rid of this line a little bit here, just to give the sense that this circle is behind the box. That's nice. Let's get rid of all of this. There we go. This is good. This is good. I'm happy with this. These are 5 mannequins. This one's the most interesting, I feel like. Yeah, this is fun. I feel like I'm getting closer to getting good at drawing mannequins. Alright, next time we'll keep doing this, and yeah. Alright, let's go over to Kaisem stream right now, like watch like 15 minutes, and then we can call it a day. Let's hide this, go back to he. This is reference. This is make her even wider. Boom. And then boom. Kaisem. Uh-oh. This is close. How to draw close. How to roll 20 nat 20 in your art? Huh?
Let me see this. All right, somebody, Quididdy redeemed a JSON redemption. All right, pause the music. Let's go bring out JSON for this one.
Hey guys, it's me, JSON here. Got a message from Quididdy. Want to let you guys know that KSM, he's been canceled out here on Twitch. He said one too many sus things on the platform. So this might actually be his last stream on Twitch. All right, the man is walking a fine line today.
All right, there you go. That's your JSON redemption. Okay. Anyways, guys, let's get back into it. All right. Fun fact, the hide is the only free floating bone in the body that's responsible for making the Y sounds. It's surrounded by muscle, right? Isn't it super cool? Also shout out to my, shout out to my medical peeps in the chat. Cause you guys can test my knowledge here about anatomy. I know in the past someone was like, Kasem, I'm in medical school right now. And for some reason, your knowledge of anatomy is incredible. You know anatomy better than some people in my classes. And I'm like, hey, look, just because I'm not a doctor doesn't mean that, you know, you don't need to learn some anatomy out here.
That's funny.
But I do go over a lot of these topics. But yeah, the hyoid bone is really cool.
So, okay, yesterday he talked about a muscle and a bone. He talked about a bone called the clavicle, which is basically this one right here, this one that extends from here to the shoulders, yeah, and then there's the this muscle right here, which is on the neck. It goes from this end of the clavicle, which is the collarbone, basically. Clavicle is like the scientific term. From this muscle goes from here to the back of the ear, and it's called the sternocleidomastoid. Or I forgot how he pronounced it. It's the sterno. How do you pronounce this? Wait, Google, help me. Sternocleidomastoid muscle. No, okay, no, not that.
Sternocleido.
Huh?
Sternocleid.
Sternocleid? I don't think that's the proper way to pronounce it. But anyways, that's that muscle, and it connects from this end of the clavicle, of the collarbone, to the back of the ear, which is very interesting. And then there's like this like sort of like the pipe that that's like in here, right? I forgot what he called it. I didn't take notes. I didn't take note of that. I took like notes, but of other things. Yeah, that's basically inside, like it's behind this muscle, the sternocleid or something. Yeah. So that's basically where we got. Hey man, I can't stay. Sorry, I might be able to come back in a few minutes. I will be gone in a few minutes probably, but thank you so much for saying hi, Emily. And yeah, you take care and hope you have fun in whatever you're doing. All right, let's get back to, I'm learning anatomy over here. If you're still watching Emily, this is starting to get serious. All right, let's keep going.
But now as we go down here, we're also going to have here the neck, and this is going to be the trapezius muscles, which actually connect from the back of the spine there. So the vertebrae of the spine is also going to connect to the back of the skull, and it's going to fan its way out across there, the scapula on the backside. But I'm not going to talk about that too much today because again, we're not seeing it. It's not. And it's going to fan its way out there. So the vertebrae of the spine, the back of the spine there. So the vertebrae of the spine is also going to connect to the back of the skull. We're also going to have here the neck, and this is going to be the trapezius muscles, which
trapezius muscle. Wait. Trapezius muscle? Yeah. Let's take a look. Oh, I see what it is. So it goes from the back of the neck to the shoulders, and it's like it's a triangle shape to like the back, sort of like midway through. So, you know, I'm gonna write this down, right? But tomorrow I'm gonna forget how it's pronounced, and that sucks. trapezius muscle. I can take like and draw a little illustration here. Right? This is the trapezius muscle. So like this, right? This one right here, gray it out. It goes from the back of the neck to the end of the shoulder from behind to like it stops like midway through the back. So
to actually connect from the back of the spine there. So the vertebrae of the spine is also going to connect to the back of the skull, and it's going to fan its way out across there, the scapula on the backside. But I'm not going to talk about that too much today because again, we're not seeing it. It's not going to be there. And so I want to talk more about the main muscles and stuff that we're going over today that we are seeing, right? Your arm has a funny bone, that's it. And sometimes, you don't need to know all the things. I've gotten questions all the time where people are like, K-Sem, do I actually need to know all of the muscles and this and that? No, you don't. You definitely don't need to make good art. But I think the more you do know, the better off you'll be in making stuff that's maybe a little bit more complicated or complex, right? So here we go. We've drawn out the neck there, and I'm going to kind of fan out. I'm going to add the trapezius muscles there. And again, these are all actually going to connect to the clavicle. From this angle, it's going to be hard to see that connection, but just imagine, visualize in your mind's eye what that looks like. And share artworks, and Alex Goo, welcome into the K-Sem crew, guys. A ridiculous amount of follows today, which I appreciate. But next up here, I'm actually doing this a little bit differently today, but let's just kind of do it in this order. Next up here, let's kind of draw that jaw. And again, if you guys don't know what the jaw or how the jaw works, basically the jaw here is comprised of this bone called the mandible of the skull, and that connects here from this portion of the skull.
This is important. I hope it's not like one word. The mandible. Mandible? Yep, the mandible. Okay, it's not a word. It's one word. It's not one word. Okay, so the mandible. Sorry. There we go. The mandible. How do I draw this? It's sort of like this. Sort of like my grandpa's dentures. Okay. And there's like teeth going around here. That's teeth. That's funny. And this one goes sort of like here. That's good. That's not bad. I'm drawing little illustrations in here. The mandible.
Skull goes down, and there's a lot of muscles that basically funnel into this hyoid bone, which creates a little bit of that tapering, the volume there under the jaw, but also kind of creates some of that shape that we're seeing. So oftentimes I see a lot of beginner artists forget that there's volume here under the jaw. So make sure you add that in there. It's very important, and it really helps establish some of that realism if that's what you're going for. Again, even if you're not going for some realistic stuff, you can see here even if you're doing more of an anime style or an animated style, which is what I do for work, even just having a little line like this, having that little line there just to show that, hey, you know what? I know that there's a little bit of volume right here. Sometimes that's all you need to do. You don't need to go in here and draw all of this and all of that and all that shading. Sometimes as simple as putting in a line can actually go a long way in establishing depth in your scene to help give that visual like, oh yeah, we know that there's some volume there. There's a little bit of structure, right? So I always tell people, like, sometimes when you're drawing and stuff, you don't actually have to denote everything, right? So let's go back now. Let me go in here, and I guess I'll work on the face really quick. I'm just going to do a generic structure for the face. and then we'll come back to it maybe if we have some time, but I don't want to focus too much on the face right now because, again, my main priority was going to be on the overall anatomy today, and I also want to do some more perspective stuff with you guys. One of my goals today is we tackle this scene in perspective, because I think this is a really hard one. Like, if you guys feel comfortable about this today, we'll do this one later, okay? And you'll understand why, when we do this one, why it is such a crazy pose. I'm looking at this now and I already know this is going to be a head scratcher, but I think it'll be fun. It's a fun exercise and it's one of the best ways you can challenge yourself for sure, right? All right, so let me go in here, lay out the groundwork for the head, and you'll notice here how all I'm really doing is I'm taking that mannequin that I drew earlier, and I'm just kind of adding a little bit of form there, making it a little bit more complex than what we had originally. But I'm never, I feel like, what's the word here? I feel like I'm not trying to go too crazy and kind of go too far away from the mannequin. I think part of the mannequin is to help give you form and structure. Now, I've gotten questions in the past where people have said stuff like, Kasem, every time I try to use the mannequin technique, my characters look and feel a little bit stiff, right? Put an F in the chat if you've ever felt that way. You're like, I saw someone do this mannequin and I tried doing it myself, but every time I try to do it, my characters, they kind of feel like a robot sometimes. They kind of look a little, I don't know how to say it, right? they don't look as dynamic and stuff. So here I'll explain why. First of all, that happens. The main reason why that happens is because I think oftentimes people are forgetting what the intention of the mannequin is in the first place. The point of the mannequin, guys, is to give your characters rigidity. The point of the mannequin is to give your characters structure and volume, right? That's the whole point. So if your characters look and feel stiff, it's because that's what the mannequin is doing. That's the job. If you want your characters to feel less stiff, you need to be able to apply stuff on top of the mannequin that gives it fluidity and form, right? So when we talk about the shoulder here, and we're going to go lay out some of the foreshortening, notice here how I'm using nice curves. I'm using curves and straights to really help kind of sell some of the form there, some of the gesture, right? So I always tell people the mannequin's job is not to make your characters look and feel fluid. If that is what your goal is, if your goal, you want your stuff to look fluid, then you need to make sure you're practicing gesture, right? Practice gesture. Make sure you're understanding how to apply that on there. But the mannequin itself, the job is to make it look and feel stiff. Make it look and feel like it has rigidity and volume. So that's kind of what I wanted to say that about that, because I've heard that so many times. You're like, Kasem, wow, you use the mannequin technique. But why does your stuff not feel stiff and my stuff does? And again, a lot of that just comes down to me using the mannequin as for what its intention is, which is mostly for structure and form. And then I go in with my own stuff here afterwards, and I'm applying my own gesture. I'm slowly working in the forms here. There you go. Yeah, that looks good. Thank you for the follows, Alisa Traff, and also Yurmia. Appreciate you guys coming in here today. Welcome in. Hot tip for chatters who want to draw collarbones: they curve and point backwards as they go to the scapula, which is noticeable if you're drawing higher or lower angles. Exactly. Actually, that's a great call out. One of the easiest ways to think about the collarbone is to imagine bicycle handles. You guys know how like the bicycle, it kind of goes like this, and then you have like the handle here, right? And then here's like a happy person. Look at me, Dad, I know how to ride a bike, kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? And so I think that's kind of an easy way to think about the clavicle, is just think of it as like a bike handle and stuff. And hey, Lucky Ducky, welcome back in. Almost the exact same thing years ago. Yeah, there's so many things. You can think of it as a bike. You can think of it as like a recurve bow. You can think of it, I don't know. You guys can get creative with it. But let's go ahead really quick and add the mouth in here. Okay, there you go. And again, I'm not going to focus too much on the face. So I'm going to leave the face a little bit simplified today. All right, so apologies for those of you who are like, hey, Sam, I wanted to see the full face drawing. Okay, maybe later. Maybe we'll refine it and stuff, and we'll do more details. But I think for now, this is a good place to start for the face. You know, a little bit of structure here just to kind of get it going. For now, we'll make him bald like the Avatar. Okay, cool. Let's go in.
All right, I'm gonna stop it here. This is very interesting. I feel like I've gotten good at drawing mannequins at least, and I feel like that's also one of my mistakes is that I've been trying to draw like more structural stuff, but I haven't. But that's not the goal, like he mentioned. This is more like to give yourself or to give your mannequin, so like he said, structure, and to get like the structure right and the perspective, sort of like the forms right. But what I feel like I've been doing is I've been trying to get something that's like on both sides, meaning that I've been trying to get structure, but I also have been trying to get more like gesture and like fluidity with a method that only gets you structure. And so, yeah. Oh look, this feels like it's another frame. Yeah, so maybe if I want to do structure, I'll solely do structure, and then if I want to do gesture, then I'll do gesture drawing, and eventually these will merge together. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'm gonna catch some sleep. Hopefully I wake up early tomorrow and resume some of my work. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.